From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And what a career resurgence for Baker Mayfield. He went from being a discarded starter to a Pro Bowl quarterback, and he's coming off the year where he set career highs in passing yards, touchdowns, and completion percentage. But best of all, the ultimate leader for his ball club.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's another Buccaneers first down. A gain of 22 yards. And a Buccaneer first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Completes this again to Shepard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Second down and 6 now.
Mayfield.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Finally an incompletion. He was 5 of 5 before that last throw to start this game.
So he is human. All right, so we found out after the way he began, okay, he can have an incompletion here or there, but I love what they've done right from the word go. They just need to pay it off with a touchdown now.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And a first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
They will run for the first time here with White.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Rashad White taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bucs have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers.
So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And prior to last season, his team asked him to put everyone on his back and carry them to success, and he did exactly that. Now, at this point in his career, all he cares about is postseason success and finding a way to get his team to a Super Bowl.
There to drop him behind the line was Logan Hall. Great effort.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
That's good for Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On play action, Allen. Now and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They stay on the ground with White. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
The tight end in motion right. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Oh, he's got a Bucca. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
First down, here's White. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
At the 14-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now back to the ground game with White.
And he stopped immediately there. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
In motion right goes Johnson.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
9 yards.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
1st and goal, Tampa
Would it be
Bay.
safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know it was a gain, But you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Throwing, Mayfield.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Rashad White.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Bucs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Bills nothing.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was all finished off by a touchdown catch from Rashad White. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bills offense headed out, and they, of course, are in their NFL rivalry-inspired uniforms. They call these the cold front, white on white. They are sharp. You're not going to find snow in Buffalo in Week 5 typically, but I tell you, the snow and the cold is such a big part of what it means to be a Bills fan and a Bills player, that this uniform set really captures that idea nicely.
Pick up with 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Throwing now is Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Buccaneers' 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Allen taking it himself. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. To the air, Allen.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. Boy, shifts past him. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. Here's Allen. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Allen to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm. Only down 14-0, so continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Baker Mayfield going to lead his offense back out there. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
That's good for a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll go up the middle with White. Oh, nice move. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
A gain of 34 yards. That's another Buccaneers 1st down. 1st and 10.
What I continue to hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch out and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed, and then we got to see it unfold in real time.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Buccaneers, first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this first and goal.
Here's White. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Again, this is White. And this time he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run.
Chase McLaughlin.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Second and 9. Allen has his man. It's Shakir. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen completes to Shakir once again. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's second and 10. Now Allen. He'll find Gabriel Davis. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Allen going to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now.
Formation.
And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Well, Rashad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now.
So he'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air.
Yeah.
I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
Play fake. Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's White. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now Mayfield. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Mayfield keeps it himself.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
A gain of a yard.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Mayfield to throw it this time.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
Maybe a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Johnson, the man in motion right. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Allen going to run with it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Second and a couple. To throw, it's Allen. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Allen able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
From midfield, here's Allen.
This taken in by Kincaid.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And a yard at the Bucs' 41-yard line.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Now Allen again. Allen going to run with it.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Allen.
Shakir hauls it in.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing now is Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To the air, Allen. That is caught. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Back to the ground, Cook. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
In motion right is Davis.
Allen now looks to throw. And he's He's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Slot man moves right. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Completes it to Coleman. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their own 23.
They'll start here with a handoff to White.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down. A gain of 22 yards.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They go play action. Mayfield.
To the right side, catch made by Ibuka.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and now it's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Defense.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. This is Shepard on the catch. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 16. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On the handoff, it's White. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their advantage.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was Rashad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On play action, Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Cook up the gut. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over, because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go,
He committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Buccaneers' 24-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Bills on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Khalil Shakir there to make the grab. And the Bills are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Gets around him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Mayfield to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Complete to Sterling Shepard. A gain of 12. First down, Tampa Bay.
The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 134 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They go with White on the counter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now Mayfield. Complete right side to Otten. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 16. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 15. And a Buccaneer first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Mayfield on play action. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
And 10 yards to go.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Going to the air again with Mayfield.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
A 33-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Bills getting set to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Allen off the play fake. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 41. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Bucs ready to take over once again. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 160 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 2nd and 8. Play fake. Mayfield. It's hauled in by Shepard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Mayfield. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, the punt team and Vernon out there as he gets this one away. And here come the Bills. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they work this out past the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Allen going to throw. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, You're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Gabriel Davis,
A 5-yard touchdown.
and the Bills go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Bills 20.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They defer to White out of the shotgun.
Down to the 42, second down.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Mayfield. Johnson's got it complete. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Taron Johnson made the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up,
They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. There's a short one taken in by Otten. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.